Hi students, welcome to SFS Khammam online classes. This is your Vijay Kumar sir teaching social studies 8th class. My dear children, all of you follow our YouTube channel. Channel name is Vijay sir YouTube channel. You just subscribe and like so that you can get notifications of our lessons every day. So kindly follow our lessons so that it is very helpful for you to write the examinations and also get the good marks. Okay, without wasting our time, let's get started. Thank you. Today topic is mineral resources of Telangana. What is that? Mineral resources of Telangana. Our state Telangana is a house of various minerals, especially coal, iron ore, limestone, dolomite, manganese, quartz, feldspar, clays, barytes, uranium, blackened color granites, marbles, etc., which are suitable for specific mineral industries. My dear children, here our Telangana state is having varied geological basis and which has a rich and wide variety of minerals. So that is what Telangana state is, a house of various minerals. So here you can observe our Telangana minerals of Telangana state. So it is a map of minerals of Telangana state. So in this there are many different types of minerals are there, and also they have represented different symbols. Triangle symbol, that is represents barytes, circle symbol represents coal, green color dotted circle represents granite, star symbol represents iron ore, and pentagon symbol represents limestone, diamond symbol represents mica. So easily you can identify which districts are having minerals, different minerals. Okay, based on this legendary, you can easily find out the different types of minerals which are having in different districts. So here in our Telangana, very specially coal is very famous. Coal mines are there which are mined by the Singareni collieries. You know that. Next topic will come. Upcoming topic is that only. Okay, iron ore, limestone, dolomite, manganese, quartz, feldspar, clays, barytes, uranium, colored black and white color granites, marbles, etc. These are all available in our Telangana state. So here the state is endowed with a number of scattered medium grade iron ore deposits in Bayaram Reservoir Forest. So here, my dear children, medium grade iron ore deposits are available in Bayaram Reserve Forest, okay, which is already located in our Mahabad district, and also float iron deposits are there in Khammam revenue and patta lands. Okay, in Khammam districts float iron deposits are there. In Mahabad districts medium grade iron ore deposits are there in Bayaram Reserve Forest, whereas low grade scattered iron ore deposits are available in Karimnagar, Hyderabad and Warangal districts. So here you have to understand one thing is medium grade iron ore deposits are available in Bayaram Reserve Forest, which is located in Mahabad district, right? Whereas in Khammam float iron deposits are available. Low grade scattered iron ore deposits are available in Karimnagar, Warangal and Adilabad districts. And one more thing is vast limestone deposits. Okay, vast limestone deposits are being mined by cement industries in Nalgonda, Rangareddy, Karimnagar and Adilabad districts. So in Nalgonda, Karimnagar, Rangareddy and Adilabad districts are having more cement industries and which are mined by these vast limestone deposits. Understood, my dear? So you can easily you can understand by observing this map in your textbook, page number 64. Telangana minerals map is there. So you just go through this mineral map, which districts are having which minerals. These are all details given, so you just go through after this lesson also. Okay, next one, the tan brown granite deposits in Karimnagar district is unique and being exported on a large scale by the private sector. So here one more specialty in our Telangana state, that is in Karimnagar districts they have the tan brown granite. Okay, it is a one kind of granite deposits are there in Karimnagar districts, and they are being exported to the other countries in a large scale of quantity by the private sectors. So here these tan brown granites are mined by private sector units. Okay, in our coal mines are mined by our Singareni Collieries Company Limited. So that is public limited company, that is government company. So whereas these tan brown granite deposits are maintained by private sector unit, okay, which are located in Karimnagar districts. So in your examinations they will ask some questions. The tan brown granite deposits are available in dash districts Karimnagar. Likewise simple questions will come, so you may raise simple questions and write down in your notebook also. Depending upon the proportion of reddish or brown, marble is mostly exported to China and Southeast Asian countries. So depends upon the requirement, depends upon the proportion of reddish or brown. So based on the color quality, so most of the granite stones are exporting to China and Southeast Asian countries. So that credit goes to our southern country, that is Telangana state is having a great vast minerals, a variety of minerals and rich minerals, wide variety of minerals are available in our Telangana state. Okay, so that credit goes to Telangana state only, because many variety of minerals are available in our state. So here China, Southeastern Asians also we are exporting based on this reddish and brown colored granite stones. The Tandoor blue limestone slab, which is also called as Shahabad stone, used for flooring, is famous in South India and is available in Rangareddy district. Okay, in Rangareddy district the Tandoor blue limestone slab, it is mainly used for the flooring purpose. So it is very famous and which is available in South India, that is Rangareddy district. Okay, so what is that limestone? Tandoor blue limestone, which is also called as Shahabad stone. Okay, Shahabad stone, which is used for flooring purpose. So nowadays we are seeing many houses are constructing in and around us. So here the stones, granite stones, also marbles they are using. Okay, different stylish stones are coming nowadays. So likewise in our South India, Rangareddy district is famous for Tandoor blue limestone. Okay, which is used for flooring purpose. Next here uranium deposits are found with estimated reserve of 11 million tons in Lambapur, Pulicherla, Nammapuram and Yellapuram villages of Nalgonda districts. So in Nalgonda districts what are the deposits are there? Uranium deposits. Okay, how much quantity? Almost it is reserved of 11 million tons. Okay, so in Lambapur, Pulicherla, Nammapuram and Yellapuram, these are the villages located in Nalgonda districts. So Nalgonda district is having uranium deposits, you have to remember like this. Okay, Telangana is the only state in the entire southern India that contains vast deposits of coal and is being mined by Singareni Collieries Company Limited. It is a public sector unit. So Telangana is especially what do you call, it is a special state for the entire southern India that contains vast deposits of coal. I already told you in the beginning. So Telangana state is having vast deposits of coal. Okay, so these coal mines are managed by Singareni Collieries Company Limited, that is a public sector, and it is a government sector. Okay, government unit, it is a government company. It is running by the under control of government only. Okay, so here in our Telangana, it is a very famous in not only Telangana, in the entire southern India. The Telangana state is very famous of having this vast deposits of coal which are being mined by SCCL, Singareni Collieries Company Limited. It is a public sector unit. So up to now, my dear children, we learned many things. Okay, Telangana state is having a different wide variety of minerals. Okay, that is coal, iron ore, limestone, dolomite, manganese, quartz, feldspar, clays, barytes, uranium, blackened color granites and marbles. Not only this, in Bayaram Reserve Forest, which is having medium grade iron ore deposits. Okay, medium grade iron ore deposits are available in Bayaram Reserve Forest, which is located in Mahabad district. Okay, and in Khammam district we have float iron deposits, whereas in Karimnagar, Adilabad and Warangal districts, low grade scattered iron ore deposits are available. Not only this, apart from this, so here Nalgonda district, Rangareddy, Karimnagar and Adilabad districts are having vast limestone deposits are there. Okay, and here also we discussed the one of the exported granite stone, that is the tan brown granite deposits are available in Karimnagar district, and which is also they are exporting to the other countries by the private sector. So here, based on their quality and quantity, so most probably they are exporting to China and Southeast Asian countries. And one more thing, in our Rangareddy districts, the another limestone which is used for flooring is also famous, that is the Tandur blue limestone. This also called as Shabad stone. These stones are very famous in our southern India, that is Rangareddy district. So in Nalgonda districts, uranium deposits are there, and totally Telangana state is having vast coal deposits are there, which is mined by the SCCL. So up to here we discussed many bits, many points we discussed, my dear children. So don't neglect, each line is very important. You make a bit and write down in your notebook. Next one is mining the minerals. What is that? Mining the minerals. How they are mining these minerals? So already in the beginning of the lesson, introduction part, we told you minerals means which are available under the ground. That means it's a natural resources which are under the earth. So we have to extract the minerals. That means we have to get the minerals from the ground. Okay, so minerals can be extracted out for use by humans through the process of mining or digging the earth. So how you are getting these minerals? By digging the land or mining the earth. Okay, mining the earth or digging the earth, then only you can extract these minerals from the ground. So there are several ways of mining. So we have several ways are there, several methods are there to get these minerals. Okay, so here we can just make a large pit and keep extracting the minerals. We can blast and remove the granites and barytes, etc. This is called open cast mining. So here one of the method is we can just make a large pit of land. Okay, here it is a Bayaram Reserve Forest. This is, you can also See, so here you can observe, my dear children, it's a large pit of land which is blasted by this what do you call, blasted and removed granites and barrettes etc. here. So here they will pit the land, okay, large pit of land, and keeping extracting continuously these minerals from the ground, okay. So you can see this is called open cast mining. In Ellandu surrounding places you can find out this open cast mining, okay. We can build underground tunnels to mine minerals that lie very deep. This is called underground mining. So here this is called underground mining, okay. So here you can observe the picture also, okay. Build underground tunnels, okay, underground they are building tunnels, okay, that means some underground route, okay, they are building to mine the minerals that lie very deep. So it is going very deep, and from that they are extracting the minerals, okay. So this type of mining is called as underground mining. Just as we use a well or drill a bore well to get mineral water, we can drive very deep tube wells to get crude oil or natural gas. My dear children, here you can see how you are getting crude oil. So here you can see how they are extracting crude oil from the ground of water. So under the sea water, how they are extracting this crude oil. So they are digging the pipes, okay, they are keeping down the pipes or tube wells, and they are extracting the crude oil under the ground of water. So here you can observe in many places this is done by drilling into the sea bed, like in Mumbai, high near Mumbai, okay. So here you can see Mumbai high, this is called Mumbai high. So they are extracting the crude oil under the sea water, okay. So under the ground, under the sea water, so they are digging the pipe tubes or tube wells. So from that they are extracting the crude oil, okay. So most of the mining practices result in disturbing the surface area. So by observing this crude oil extracting or extracting minerals, open cast mining or underground mining, from all these things, and it gives a result that is disturbing the surface area. So all are disturbing the surface area because they are digging the land in a huge area, okay, it's a large area they are occupying. It means cutting down forests, destroying fields and habitations, creating large pits or mounds, okay. In order to extract the minerals, so they need large bit of land, okay, large tract of land. In that surrounding places they will cut down all the forests, they will clear the trees, destroying the fields, okay, and also habitations, and creating large pits and mounds, okay. They are digging the land in a large area of mounds. So mines also need large amount of water to wash the minerals. Understood, my dear? After extracting the minerals from the ground, what they have to do? They need to clean the mineral ores. Understood, my dear? For this they require large quantity of water, okay. This results in polluting the nearby rivers and water sources. If they use a river water or other river based water, then naturally they will spoil the entire water of that surrounding places. So people cannot live in that surrounding places of these coal mines or open cast minings, okay. So because that is completely polluted area, and that is completely polluted water will be there, because they are cleaning, they are using this mineral water to clean the mineral ores. So this usually means that our older use of the land cannot be continued, and farmers or tribal people have to leave the land. So farmers and tribal people, they cannot continue the same land, because once they started to dig the open cast or underground the mining, so people cannot live because that area completely polluted by this what do you call small type of ash and other things. Okay, so it is breathing also very difficult to breathe there. That is what people cannot stay there, and even drinking water also will spoil there. Okay, so that is what they cannot continue for a long time. Even people who live nearby face problems created by mining. So okay, nearby this coal minings or open cast minings, underground minings, people cannot live for a long time. At the same time, mining employs a large number of people who come to live in nearby areas and build new townships. It thus provides livelihood for nearly 10 lakh people in India and over 1 lakh people in Telangana. Okay, in our overall India wide, if you see, 10 lakh people are working in coal mines and open cast mines and underground minings. Okay, among that 1 lakh people are there in our Telangana only. The work of miners is also very hazardous as they are constantly exposed to accidents. Apart from inhaling poisonous substances which cause long term health damages. So continuously if they are working, okay, daily they are working as a shift wise, they are going for the duties and continuously they are breathing. Okay, so this mining, extracting minerals from the ground gives health problems, so they will damage their health also. Okay, so many health issues are there. So that is what this government also, they are giving many benefits and they are providing many health facilities for the employees. Okay, so this is all about mining the minerals. So how they are mining the minerals from the ground and what type of damages are happening, including health also. So what kind of actions they are doing, what kind of damage is happening in our environmental side and as well as physical side also, what they are damaging. So all these things we discussed now. Okay, you just go through the textbook also once, and here in our textbook one table are given already. Look at the mineral map of Telangana and fill this table. So this table, district and minerals, 2 columns they given. So by observing the mineral map of Telangana, you have to fill that table, district and mineral, which district is giving which minerals. For example, here if you take Adilabad district is having coal and limestone here, because by observing this, I will show you once. By observing the map, okay, Adilabad district is having round shape black color symbol and pentagon red symbol. So here already given round shape coal, round shape black symbol is represents coal, pentagon red symbol is representing limestone. So based on this, Adilabad district is having coal and limestone. Likewise all the districts they gave. So by observing this map and you finish your task. This is your work for you today, and next class will continue with different topic. Until then, take care and bye bye.